What's goody, guys? Here we got JoJo here to break down this fight. You see, I'm all discombobulated because my thing was acting up, but we got it going though. And I'm here to break down this fight because I was watching Logan Paul's podcast and I seen him mention on why he think he's gonna beat Floyd Mayweather, even though a lot of people already know Floyd's gonna outclass him, but he is banking on his weight and his size on winning the fight. So let's just visit his thing right here. I got it in my history because I'm doing this on my phone. My computer's broke. So let's just go right over here. And then after that, after we break down on why he expects he's gonna win, we're gonna go into his style on how he fights, on how he holds his hands, and his whole technical way on how he fights. And then we're gonna go into Floyd. Everybody already know how Floyd fights, but it's just going because he mentioned two things it was at 24:56.
Stunning, beautiful, right? For Logan, but I think yeah, it is a crazy matchup. It's insane, and team up with influencer to drive more with the Nelk Boys. And I believe that video game boxer you speak of, didn't he do some sort of deal with them at some point? I think they did a collab. Very strange. Doesn't even remember. Very strange. So go. Anyways, leads me back to my question. Someone sent that question to me. A lot of people have asked me that in the DMs, and my response was very much, I believe that Logan Paul takes boxing more seriously than Floyd Mayweather does right now. I really do. I really do. Logan's up in the morning.
And after his boy said that, Logan did play devil's advocate, and then
every single day fighting Golden Gloves level sparring partners. He eats the part, works the part, watches film before he goes to bed every night. Do you think Floyd Mayweather, currently in the lead up to this fight, is training as hard as you are? The rebuttal that I'll play devil's advocate. Hey, I'm not saying it.
Boom. His boy thinks Floyd is not taking boxing serious right now. And then Logan did say, Floyd doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do anything like that. The only thing he basically does is just stay around women and box and train. And what's so crazy about that is Floyd is a boxing promoter. And right when Corona started, Floyd's just been staying in the gym. And he's been staying in the gym because of when his uncle died, Floyd Mayweather's uncle died, he wanted to basically follow his uncle's legacy and start training fighters. So this is why Floyd's been staying in the gym OD and has been training fighters. And let me just type this in. Been training fighters like OD now, and been holding mitts for Devin Haney, world-renowned, like, professional boxer. Devin Haney is super nice. Super nice. And here we go. This is only 6 months ago. He's been staying loose.
Getting to
sharp.
net zero emissions.
This is holding a mitt.
Discover more
and
about
when you're holding a mitt for
emission.
somebody, you're super technical because he's explaining on
this
what
holiday
Devin Haney
switch,
should be
save
doing.
$700 on Galaxy S20 Plus.
And then right
only
after
on
that,
Verizon.
he started working with Gervonta Tank Davis, another boxing champion. He's been working with young dudes. And then when you work with young dudes and hold the pass for young dudes, you gotta follow their speed. You gotta follow that young dude's speed. So it's just good. Yeah, this is really. Just been watching. Working out here and there, but has he been staying sharp like Mayweather? Mayweather's actually working with boxing professionals, champions, WBC champions. Yeah. Floyd's been staying sharp, and then when Logan Paul's friend making stuff like that, he doesn't really know what he's talking about. Floyd's mind has been on boxing, period. And This is 4 months ago. This is before the fight was even announced. Mayweather's been in the gym. He's been in the gym. He even has even when Floyd was on Shannon Sharp podcast, he even mentioned that.
Buy you first class. They treat you differently. They put you in the Ritz Carlton.
Shannon Sharp was saying, "Oh, are you coming back?" Because he was staying really sharp. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, he's breaking down technical aspects in boxing. So Logan's just watching tape, but Floyd's in there. Floyd's in the trenches. Look at this. Floyd's in the trenches, and he's not only in the trenches. He's been touching these bags too, and staying really, really sharp. Let me just point this out. I bet. So, but we already covered that, right? Because I was watching Logan Paul's podcast, and I heard his friend say that, and then I liked when Logan Paul, and that tells me Logan's been watching Floyd too. But I don't know if he's been watching him because he said he heard. This is what Logan Paul heard. He said, I heard he's been staying in the gym and training, and that's all he does. So I don't know if he's actually watching Floyd. I don't know if he's actually watching Floyd do all this stuff, but he should be watching. And he should be taking notes on what Floyd's saying.
That was my response.
I heard, obviously doing our research at the Grapevine, studying the fighter for the past 5 months. All he does is he doesn't have a vice. Seriously, right. His only vice is I think it's roller skating. He loves to roller skate, but he doesn't drink.
I do like these.
He doesn't smoke. He doesn't go out and party. Maybe few and far between, but he doesn't have a vice.
And then
he's a machine. He's the best fighter in the world for a reason.
Was around
Would you throw a stick in front of him while he's roller skating right now?
This was another thing. This is what he's banking on.
And you get a bottle, and you engrave Mayweather's name on it. And also, for backup, do the same with your name. And just be like, just ship them in 2 different boxes. Get him really excited about it. So
I'm gonna be clowning.
So what do you think about that?
I'll be trolling. Dude, it makes sense. It's a mindset that everyone has, and for good reason. But I'm not the fucking guy to underestimate. I'm just not. I'm really not. I've proved people wrong so many times, and I'm going to continue to do it for the rest of my life. This is the biggest opportunity I've ever been granted, and I'm going to seize the fucking moment, work my ass off, and pull off a miracle. But it won't be the first time that I've shocked the world.
He didn't shock KSI.
What is an exhibition fight? We just saw it with Tyson Roy Jones, okay, and it was very friendly, a lot of no-look punches, no real dangerous headshots. I mean, you're walking in to fight Floyd Mayweather, and you said it before that he is, 50 pounds lighter than you, which is a massive difference. One shot from you.
That was it right there. That was it. Remember that. He said, oh, you're 50 pounds heavier. He's not going to go on 50 pounds heavier. He's not going to go on 50 pounds heavier.
Could decimate Floyd Mayweather or any opponent if you land that right hand.
And let's just say if he does, he didn't do anything to KSI to where KSI didn't win. 50 pounds heavier. So.
The only difference is when you're fighting Floyd, you're fighting photons, light, a beam that does not exist. You cannot hit what you cannot see, Logan Paul. What is an exhibition fight with Floyd Mayweather? What does that mean?
I actually have no idea. I do not know.
Don't you wear different gloves? You wear
I
heavier
don't
gloves.
know if they'll make me wear heavier gloves. I don't know if they're going to make me lose weight.
He's not going to make you wear heavier gloves. He didn't make Oscar De La Hoya wear heavier. I mean, he wanted to wear actually lighter gloves than Oscar De La Hoya. He usually wears 8 pounds. And then Oscar De La Hoya made him wear pillows. And then Oscar De La Hoya was the bigger man, and he wanted Mayweather to wear pillows. Basically, I think it was like 13 or 10 ounce gloves, something crazy like that. And then Floyd usually wears 8-ounce gloves. So
they're swords.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I'll be pissed if they make me lose weight. I'll be pissed if they have us in different gloves. To me, that's the shtick. That's the thing, right? You got the guy who's the best ever, and you got a young buck who believes he can do anything, even though
Floyd is the A side. Floyd is the A side. You're not gonna dictate. You're the B side. Floyd always says that.
everyone says he can't.
Floyd is the A side.
You know, that's the that's the entire ploy of the fight. It's gonna be crazy to see me in there against a guy his size. It's gonna be a fucking spectacle.
Where is it? Do we have any ideas yet, or
right now? So check it out. Right,
where it might be?
I don't know, but right now you can buy the pay-per-view on Fan.
So boom, I think he says it in a few minutes, but or a few seconds. He's basically banking on his size to win the fight, and he's basically calling Floyd a little guy. I don't see how his size is going to play a major role. But let's go over here to what I looked up, even though I already knew this. I already knew this because I've been following Floyd's career for a very long time. When Floyd was fighting on ESPN, when Floyd was Pretty Boy Floyd. That's how long I've been following him. Been following him for a long time. Met him in his press conferences, and I think this is it right here. Even when he fought Madonna came in at 165 when Floyd was 148. And then I was trying to find the other thing, but it's hard to find on like the night of the fight on when they rehydrate. And when they drop weight, and then they basically rehydrate the night of the fight. And then Madonna, I think this was the first or second fight. I think this was the first fight, if I'm not mistaken. Madonna rehydrated at 165. That's a big difference. And Floyd was 148. And you've seen how Madonna was all over Floyd. Was making it a dirty fight. And then Canelo, I thought Canelo came in heavier too, but that was a catchweight at 152. But it seemed like when I was watching the fight, I remember them saying Canelo rehydrated at a crazy weight. And then make a long story short is you even hear stories of when fighters was challenging Floyd in the doghouse, basically in Mayweather's gym and TMT gym. In Mayweather's gym, a heavyweight challenged Floyd in his own gym, and Floyd basically whipped him. And Mayweather is known for doing it. White, when he was on the Joe Rogan's podcast, Dana White even was telling a story on when Roger Mayweather was basically getting trash talked by a heavyweight. And then the heavyweight went in the ring with Roger Mayweather, and Roger was, I think Dana White said Roger was in his 50s or 40s or something like that. Basically was an old man, and the heavyweight guy was in his 20s. And then the heavyweight got whipped by Roger, and then Roger didn't stop whipping him and said, "Don't you ever talk back to me, or don't ever talk shit to me," basically. And you can look that up. Dana White talking about Roger Mayweather on the Joe Rogan's podcast. But boom, make a long story short, let's get into this. Let's get into whip it. Because look at the technical way Floyd hits that heavy bag. Yeah. This is when he's getting ready for Conor McGregor. Was like 41 years old. 41-year-old man. Yeah. I've never seen anyone hit the bag like that. And then this is when Floyd's dropping knowledge. This is like 6 months ago.
They said my shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying you can't shoot it and then bring it back and be like this. You you gotta go to the squat to it. If you do like this, you go for boom, boom. So you gotta do the squat. So right here, boom, boom, pop, everything is short. It's still short. He's scared, he'll see it, and pop, place it on there. Slide out, anyway. Short shit. Short shit, that's why. That's why everything's short.
I think this is getting ready for contact.
Short right there. And bring it right back. Right here. Right back. Touch it. See. Use the right fire to see where you at. Shoot down there. You know, see it come. Fang, see where you at. Just slow him down.
Okay. And this is another one that I wanted people to see. This is freestyle. This is we freestyling it. Get out of here. Come on. All right. And let's go into Logan Paul's mitt work. Let's just see how he holds his hand. Mayweather say when he's Berto, these dudes are worried about what they want to look nice, but they want a nice beach body, but they don't want a boxing body. They need a boxing body. Let's go into this right here. This is during the This is a 43-year-old man. Still got the speed. Some body shots. Body easy. He's been in the gym. It's not like he's just sitting around. He's been in the gym working with fighters and working his body out. And then I wanted to show him getting that speed bag in. And then what's gonna, if I'm not mistaken, I think they work with Shane Mosley. That's gonna be interesting too because really hurt Floyd, so I wonder if they have a game plan, even though nobody has anything to Floyd. When you get tired, I'm sure he never get tired. He's working out. It's called Floyd hitting the speed bag. This is a couple of years ago, but this is just going to show you that. And Floyd always hits the bag forward, but in his workout, so he never tired. He's never tired. Logan. Let's find Logan hitting the bag. Because I did see it. I did see something where he was hitting the bag. And Fight Hype added this today, side by side. Farm with this too, because you see Logan kind of his dad.
Way. Just
Yeah,
first time in 13 years.
yeah. That a little for you guys too. When, because Mayweather and his dad didn't get along a couple years ago, but when his dad came back into the picture, his dad came back into the picture because he seen Floyd sparring with middleweights and heavyweights, and he's saying them dudes was touching his son because Roger Mayweather was more offense, but the dad was more defense minded. So the dad came back into the picture and started going back to his corner, and basically it's back into the picture. So that's just like one little thing too. So
I got it. So I'm with you. And everything that he still know, hands down. I'll be excited for everything that my dad taught. Just like that. Great never did it. Ups fighters because I done those key things that my dad taught. Connor, you okay? Connor, I'm sorry, you okay?
dang, I was trying to find something too, yo. It was one more thing that I was trying to find. Is it? Which is it? Is it this one?
Right here. So, right here.
Yeah, this is during the corona. You're gonna hurt your body and then take them out. Like, Connie, it's like done, yo. Did it? You freestyling this, baby. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, should have picked." Doesn't matter who you picked. No matter who you picked, Logan or Jake, they both would have one little part where Floyd in the back, crazy. I was like, wow. Okay, bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. Let me just type it in. Let me just type it in. This one? I don't know. That one. I think when he was getting ready for Connor, I think it's this one.